And today I will be recording a Tournament Thursday video. And like I said, I apologize for the no Tournament Tuesday. I actually might go ahead and upload a Tournament Tuesday today, which I know is kind of weird since it's going to be Thursday that you're seeing this video. But yeah. For combi. Oh, I probably should have told you what deck this is. I'm going to be profiling a Vespiquen Vileplume deck for Vespiquen. Vespiquen is just the star of the deck. Really great card. Be Revenge. 20 damage and then 10 more for each Pokemon in your discard pile. That's really good. We also have the other part of the deck. 4 Oddish, 4 Gloom, and then 3 Vileplume. We use Vileplume because of its irritating pollen ability. Each player can't play item cards from his or her hand, so what this deck does is you set up your Vespiquen on the first turn because of 4 giant plants. Sorry for the noise. And then you set up Vileplume so you have a really great attacker and your opponent can't play items to set up. Next we have 4 Shaman. By the way, this deck has a lot of Pokemon, which is the bad thing about this deck. 4 Shaman, setup is a really great ability. This deck is really consistent, especially the list I have. There's nothing I would change, actually, in this list. 2 Bundle B. Basically, if you deck out, which will happen a lot, you lose, so that's just not to deck out. Next, 4 Unknown. Consistency and power, great card. Yeah, just great card. Next, and I actually don't have Jolteon in this deck, but I have a card that helps a lot with it, but I actually use it for a different reason. 1 Blitzel, 1 Vespiquen. This deck doesn't have the best Yveltal or Rayquaza matchup. It's playable, but it's not the best matchup. So Vespiquen helps a lot. It does 50, and if your opponent's active Pokemon has fighting resistance, does 60 more. Rayquaza and Yveltal both have fighting resistance and electric weakness, meaning this will do 220 damage, which knocks out Mega Rayquaza in one shot. And it uses colorless energy, which is awesome. Next for the trainers. 4 Ultra Ball. I do not have Versus Seeker in any of my Vileplume decks because Versus Seeker you mainly play late game, and you need to have Vileplume out late game. So, yeah. 4 Ultra Ball. 4 Acrobike. Acrobike is a really good card for decks that rely on the discard pile, like Vespiquen, because you need Pokemon in your discard pile to do damage. Next, 3 Trainer's Mail. This is just for consistency. It's one of the best consistency cards in the game right now. Next, 1 Level Ball, 1 Revitalizer, 1 Special Charge, and 1 Floatstone. I don't really need to talk about these much. They're just all really great in this deck, and really, most of them are good in any deck. Revitalizer maybe not, but next, 3 Sycamore. You can cut this down to 2. I play 3. Doesn't really matter, 2 or 3, but just really good supporter in general. 2 Listener. Since I don't play Versus Seeker, the supporter lineup is pretty heavy, so 2 Listener helps a lot with just getting knockouts. 1 Hex Maniac. Sometimes you'll need to negate your own ability, and also, if you go first and you don't get a Vileplume set up, this can help out a lot. And then, one of the key cards of the deck are Stadium. That card means that you can evolve Vespiquen and Vileplume up fully all the way on your first turn. And then I also have the last card for DCE. That's all the energy we have is for. Anything that you're gonna need to be attacking with uses DCE, so it's not really problematic. And everything in this deck you can attack with, except for Vileplume, Gloom, and Oddish. And Combi. But otherwise, you can attack with every single Pokemon in this deck. Blitzel, Unknown, Bunnelby, Shaman. Yeah. Zubstrika. And of course, Vespiquen. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, and keep on gaming.